When I was inside my mother, her heartbeat kept me whole. In perfect time together, my mind, my body, my soul. But there's nothing so sweet as my mother's heartbeat. Da, 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 da. My mother's heart was beating when I first touched the ground, safe in my mother's keeping. Oh, I was safe and sound. But there's nothing so sweet as my mother's heartbeat. Ah, my mother's heart stopped beating one dark and dreadful day. Lord, all I heard was weeping the day I went away. But there's nothing so sweet as my mother's heartbeat. Beating inside the moon, beating inside my room. Oh, but it loves me to sleep. Waiting through my darkest night, waiting. It's my rhythm of life, the sound of my mother's heartbeat. Ah, my mother's heart is beating somewhere in this earth. And at night while I lay sleeping, I'll dream sweet dreams of her. For there's nothing so
My name's
sweet
Elvis Bravo.
as my
I just want to
mother's
come back here and tell you the story about my
heartbeat.
over here near the tree here in this little area here. This is what's the house of Edna Nichols. Right here in this area was the house where Mum lived, and this is where Mum passed away. And you can still see the area here. This is the where we're standing now. Where we're standing here, standing in this area now, is the house of Edna Nettles. I'll turn the video on me. So where I'm standing now is the house of Edna Nettles. Once was here. Behind me, this is Mum's house. I'll describe it. One room was for the grandchildren, and the middle room was for the nanas and pops, and her room was the kitchen. So we're walking a bit here. Let's say about here. This is the kitchen. This is the kitchen. Across over there was my father's house. Sisters, brothers, cousins, all over there. Here, Harvey stayed next door to Mum. Down across the creek there, Bella stayed over there. Men's single units was over there. There was another house over there, and my house was here on the edge here of this roundabout. So this is where Mum lived her life, and this is where we brought Mum home because the doctors told her that they couldn't do nothing for her. So we brought Mum home to pass away. So we brought her home. She came down that road all the way here. She walked along. She wanted to walk her last moments. She walked up to this house here, and this is where she lived all her life, and this is where she passed away. So we all came, where I'm standing now, we all came to this area, families, our turns, to spend time with Mum in her last moments. So 3 days she lasted. She went into a deep sleep, and then we knew that the end was coming near. So at the time, my wife, Charlotte, who's Charlotte Linden, but now she is Mrs. Brofo, and my sister Bella Brofo was at the house at the time when Mum passed away. So when they were standing here, my sister and my wife, they heard the clicking of a noise that started clicking, and then they heard a noise of the flashing of like someone pulling the plug out of a sink and letting the water drain out. So that was the last moment of Mum's passing away, to go into the dreaming and to leave this world and go to a better place. So she passed away here, and now we're walking out of the kitchen. Now we're standing on the little pathway where the undercover. So behind me is the house. The door's open, and then my wife steps out and she says, Mum's passed away. So once she said that, I walked this way, out of the undercover, and then I started walking over to Dad's house. Started to walk over to Dad's house, Mum's house behind me. Started walking over to let Dad know that Mum passed away. So I was walking over to the house, and they was all standing out the door there, all crying. And then the family started going in there, and I was making my way up to Dad, which is over there in front of me is the tree. And that's where Dad had his house built, in the office. So I walked along here to go and tell Dad that Mum passed away. The office is there. That's the office. I had to go around this way to walk to the front door. So I got about to here. Everybody's over there standing with Mum when she passed away. And I got here to the front door where Dad was. As I was just about to tell Dad that Mum passed away, over on this side of my shoulder, over here, one of our brother-in-law, but he's related to my wife, and I called him uncle. He come out of there and he shouted out, "Hey, uncle, something's coming." And when he said that, I turned back, I looked at Dad, and then when I looked at Dad, up, and when we looked up, that's when you could see the Pallicans. They was going that way, then I started to go that way. Then I went over to where Mum was, over the roof, and back down to the swamp. So that's the story of the 3 Pallicans. The day when Edna Nettles passed away on the Swan Valley community, the 3 oldest sons, Lewis Winmar Nettles, Patrick Winmar, and Ivan Brofo, the 3 oldest sons who passed away. Lewis passed away from dialysis. Patrick passed away a day before Christmas on the couch when Mum asked him if he wanted a cup of coffee. Ivan, the oldest brother of the Brofo family, passed away before I was born. So, Edna Nettles and the dreaming of the 3 Pallicans and the 3 sons, that day they came here to take Mum home. So this is what this place means to me. It means a lot. Mainly because we, as the Brofo families, lived here in conditions that no other Aboriginal people would live. We was the last families to live out of conditions that were so hard into brand new 9 houses which we built. Wind thing there to put the power back into a generator to go back to the community, which we get 50 cents for the power grid. So now in the year 2023, we were kicked out of our community and a lot of families died along the way. I want to come back home. I want to make this community into a place where we can bring our families and people who are desperately needing our place to stay when they come down from country. Because a lot of our family lives in the country and they would love to come back here, stay for a couple of days to check up on their medical problems and also for elders have somewhere to stay. Before any other Aboriginal group, corporations, swolls, whatever, these corporations get in, they'll do a lot of damage. And a lot of Aboriginal people lived in this area. So my name's Herbert Brofo. I lived in the Swan Valley. Now I am trying to get home.
I would not tell lies to you, like the promises they did not keep, and how they fenced us in like sheep. Said to us, come take care here, set us up on mission land, told us to read, to write and pray. Then they took the children away, children away, the children away, snatched from their mother's breast, said this is for the best, took them away. The welfare and the police name said you've got to understand, we'll give to them what you can't give. Teach them how to really live. Teach them how to live, they said. Humiliated them instead. Taught them that and taught them this. And others taught them prejudice. You took the children away. The children away. Breaking our mothers' go get their dad. He came running, fighting. Mother's tears were falling down. Dad shaped up and stood his ground. He said, "You touch my kids and you fight me." Then they took the stronger family, took us away. They took us away. Snatched from our mother's breast, said this is for the best, took us away. Told us what to do and say, taught us all the white man's way. Then they split us up again and gave us gifts to ease the pain. Sent us off to foster homes. As we grew up, we felt alone, 'cause we were acting white, yet feeling black. One sweet day, all the children came back, the children came back, the children came back. Back where their hearts grow strong, back where they all belong, the children came back. Said the children came back, the children came back. Back where they understand, back to their mother's land, the children came back. Back to their mother, back to their father, back to their sister, back to their brother, back to their people, back to their land. All the children came back, the children came back, the